I heard somebody say, life is like a battery. Gotta have your positives, gotta have your negatives.
Dramatic, nigga. Better days. Hey.
Everybody.
What's up?
That was just my dad. Like everybody dad ain't been in their life their whole life. But my dad had mom and dad together, married when I was in the 8th grade, been together before I was born. And how everybody say how they mom and dad woke them up and made them do this and that. My dad didn't want the type to wake me up and make me do it, but he installed it in me by another way. He would just say, you either gonna do it or you ain't. I ain't gonna waste my money. Or if I ain't wanna do it, he'll say, you ain't gotta do it, but just think about the future when you wanna make money. Like, my dad had played sports when he was younger. His main sport was baseball, but he was on the championship team in basketball. And basically, that's where we get our sports from. Our mama played sports, but she didn't really just play like that. But my dad played sports, and he been around it so long, and plus, he's so tough that that's kind of where I feel like I get my stuff from. Like, I don't like for nobody to bag me down. Like, as soon as I first moved to Memphis, I got in a fight. I went in the house because I had a fight, but he made me go out there and fight. I won that fight in Kingsgate apartment. And then since then, I ain't really been scared to fight nobody. But as my daddy, people don't really just know my daddy. Like, he laid back now, but that man went through so much, like, for real. Like, the dude actually crazy in a way. That's why when he get mad, sometimes I just sit back and watch. Like, dude will really hurt somebody. And that's basically how our family is on this side. Like, our family on this side kind of deadly and dangerous. And basically both sides of my family dangerous, because my mama's side crazy. Her brother be ready to do something. My daddy got 13 brothers and sisters, so you know they be ready to do something. But another thing about my dad is, people say I look like him, which I ain't gonna deny. I do. That's why my mama with him now. We both look good. But, who don't hate? But at the same time, I fool my dad though. Cause that man been through too much. Like, mofo would have gave up, mofo would have stopped fighting. But that man just keep on fighting. My dad is tough. I think that's really where I get my toughness in basketball from. Our folks be like, D.Wright too feels good, D.Wright play too hard. I think, yeah, I know that's where I get my toughness from. Because he installed it in me. He used to punch me when I was little, he used to push me. He always told me good things, like whether I wanted to do it or not. He put that toughness in me where you ain't got no choice if you want to get rich. You ain't got to do this and that, but if you want to get this and that, that's what you got to do. And I done witnessed it. Like, my dad ain't never had nothing given to him. He ain't never been given nothing. He always went out and get it. Even as the baby of 13, he went out and get it. Like, he never really had to get nothing. He been fighting since I knew him. Since I was old, he been fighting trials and tribulations. So that's why I go so hard, so he could stop fighting and stop doing certain things, or chill, sit back and relax. I ain't gotta worry about, damn, how my daughters or my son go get this and that. It just, every time I go to Missouri, they be telling me stories about my dad, the good, bad, funny. And that's just how I know that he's been through so much and did so much, that stuff like that inspired me. Like, it make me do what I do now. Like, even with this injury, he tell me, it's gonna be okay, it's this and that. Like, even with me going through the trials of not playing last year, being on the bench when I know I was going hard, or tribulations with my jersey getting took for a reason I don't know why, he always put it in me that it's gonna be okay, your time gonna come. Now, when he like, get those certain minutes, do what you gotta do in those certain minutes. He was like, man, just keep fighting, keep doing you, your time gonna come up. This you. In high school, when I had bad games, he was, this you go get yours, let it come to you. Or when it was time to take over, I go home, we'll lose. He be like, because you didn't take over. Like, my dad wasn't always the best basketball player, but he know every game, and he know what to say, and I went out there and tried to do it no matter what. Like, that was the inspiration he got from me, because people be like, he didn't have this, and that, but he found the way to go get it, or he found the way to do this and that. So that's the reason my dad inspired me, and the reason I go hard and play basketball for my dad. think my mom on this one though. Yeah, I know you want to grab that medium.
Wow.
She said too. What's up, man?
Y'all.
What you doing?
Nothing, man. Why is y'all doing all these things, y'all?
How you doing? You weren't looking.
I was looking right at you.
What y'all eat for lunch?
Nothing.
I'm starved. It's cold. She said too. Yeah, man. My mama, man, she crazy too. She a little different from my dad though. My mom don't just too much know a lot about sports, but she know enough. She know the fundamentals. She ain't just play sports like my dad did, but she played basketball a few years. She really stay to herself. She ain't the type to just go out and party, but when she do, it's basically with family. People she love, family, cousins, friends, this and that. And that's probably won't go to her hometown. She don't really do too much in Memphis. My mom got two types of personality. She crazy and she caring. I'm gonna go with the bad first. Crazy would be she don't play about her children. She don't play about her family. She don't play about her money. And for what I was told, she always liked to fight. Like she be trying to fight us sometimes, me and my brother, just because we got taller than her. But the caring thing is she go to church. Once again, she love her family. She do what she gotta do to make sure my dad is straight. She do what she gotta do to make sure her children straight, on point, taken care of. Probably if I stop playing basketball and going to college right now, if I go home, she gonna take care of me like her very own, like I'm still in high school. She might be hollering, yelling and stuff, cause that's part of what mama's gonna do. But she still gonna be that mama to take care of me and do what she gotta do. And that's the reason I do go off of my mama, because she always worked. She always did what she had to do. She went back to college. She got a college degree just so me and my little brother, my little sisters could be straight and this and that. So that's another good thing about my parents. They both fighters. They both did what they had to do and doing what they got to do to make sure we on top, or to make sure my siblings on top to get this money and grind.
I heard somebody say, life is like a battery. Gotta have your positives, gotta have your negatives.
Dramatic, nigga. Better days. Hey.
Everybody done seen them.
I was talking at a young age.
I done had them, and it's gonna be more.
I know niggas tryna murk me. I don't go nowhere with all my thugs.
Shot Glizzy.
Bitches, I get thirsty. I'm just tryna see my next birthday. Niggas hate me in the worst way. Conviction murder case ain't the worst case. Who the fuck made up hard times anyway? And Lord know I pray for better days. And fuck you cowards tried to take my life away. Cause bitch, I've been thugging since the first grade. Lord nigga rap my turf just like my first name. Make me pull up on your block and make it hurricane. No mistake, I'm a shooter, you a fake. 30 on me, nigga, you could go to jail. But I'm just trying to see my next birth.
Since my knee been messed up, I can't wake up every morning, run and go lift weights and put up shots like I want to. So the way I stay in shape is how you just seen. I do a lot of ab workouts. Plus, I do what the therapist gave me to do for my knee to strengthen my muscles up. Before and after surgery, I'm gonna have to do that. And then when Quails come around, I do Insanity and T25 with him. I can't do the running and jumping part, but I can do the modified part and still get the good workout in and a good sweat, so I won't get out of shape and get sloppy. And plus, I don't feel right without not doing nothing. I have to do something. So that's the reason and the way I stay in shape, especially with the ab workouts. That really keep you in shape. I had to do this a lot lately. It's straight 2K. Ain't like I can hoop enough. 2K TV and movies. That's all I can do. I'm that nigga on 2K though. Everybody should know that. Teammates know it. Friends know it. If you want to play me, just hit me up. My player. I love my player. Playing with D.Wright right now. See his number 20. Yeah. Memphis. Finna get tagged again. Isaiah 54:17 on the shoulder. My tattoo guy. He did just jump in the back. Don't put him on that. He's just stupid tatted. I ain't just crazy. That's D. King A. Marvin. LOC teammate.
Play your part. Play your
Mama
part.
told me, she told me, these fuck niggas ain't your homies. Watch how niggas change up, they change up. That's why I keep one in the chamber, cause I'm gon' take one with me. Say, bro, this shit gon' kill me, bro. Yeah, I'm gon' take one with me. I be damn if I don't take one of these fuck niggas with me, bro.
Shout out to my mama cause she didn't raise no hoe. She said, boy, if you gon' be thug, you gon' be thuggin' for sure. You ain't gon' snitch on nobody, you ain't gon' fall out by hoes. And if them niggas your partners, you gonna stick with your woes. Mama school.
Just got another tattoo. Just got Isaiah 54:17 which basically is any weapon formed against me shall prosper. I got this on my shoulder because I've been through a lot, and it just kind of representing. Plus, tattoo is a way that every basketball player has tattoo. It's a way to express what we go through, our emotions. And for me, all my tattoos mean something. I got this tattoo because it's a basketball with prayer hands saying this is my blessing. The heart is basically my grandma and my mama name inside the heart. I got my mom and dad last name on the back of my arm. And inside this cross is God first, which self-explanatory. God first, He lead me in my life. He the reason I'm living today. Probably, if I ain't had God in my life, I'd probably be dead, robbing. You never know. But I ain't never got a tattoo this big. This the biggest tattoo I got, and right up in here is where it really hurted at. Like, I ain't saying it's good to get tattoos or for the people, the youngest in my hood or my little brother to go get a tattoo, but if you do get a tattoo, get it because it means something. Express yourself that other people understand your struggle. That's just basically what real people do when they get a tattoo. Don't just be getting this, and that just to say, I took the pain. You go do it for a good reason, or represent God, or represent your life and make your story be known. See, some people just want to be afraid to say they got it tatted. Another reason I got this tattoo because not only did this verse stick with me, a lot of people been saying this verse to me like as I grew up. My grandma, the assistant coach said it to me a few times. I had a few quotes I saw on the internet that stuck out, which made me want to get this verse. So if anybody ever asks D.Wright why he got Isaiah 54:17, because this is a verse that represents me and show that ain't nobody gonna stop my grind.
Got half bird in my M2, y'all nigga flexin', y'all nigga fool. 100K on 100K.
Finna get that tatted on me. Most likely my leg. Man, I took my game shoes and my practice stuff out of it.
Got half bird in my M2, y'all nigga flexin', y'all nigga fool. 100K on 100K on me. I shot.
Wish I could be out there, but I can't.
The underdog, they don't have a ball, want the title, but I'm always fighting undercard.
Happy New Year's Eve! She need to go get me some snacks. I'm starving.
I didn't tell you to get up and go get them Doritos, boy.
This the fattest dude I know.
But he just a nigga that's talking about, damn, I lost!
Hey, that boy crazy. Happy New Year!
I heard somebody say, life is like a battery. Gotta have your positives, gotta have your negatives.
Dramatic, nigga.